Hola, Theodos. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Rican reaction. And yeah, I tried to hold off on this. I kept changing the time because I didn't want to come on stream upset. I don't want to kind of come on here and just unload, and I know that that's what gets clicks. You know, that's what gets people to like your stuff, man. But I don't want to come on stream and be upset, and I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed, and it's like I'm working through Dabda. If anybody dealing with grief, Dabda, denying, um, just I can't even think of this. You know what? My head's just been going all day, and with the performance, I'm speechless, bro. And it's not a good speech. It's straight. It's dabbed up, bro. Denial, anger, bargaining. I don't know where I'm at right now. My head's gone, bro. I thought that, and I don't know why I thought this, but I thought that, you know, losing the Carabao Cup, I thought we would come into the FA Cup, and I thought we would show something. I thought that we would, put a little fight. We would have had a little fight out there, man. We would actually show that we wanted to bounce back and say, you know what, we had a poor showing versus City, and we would come back and put, even if we lost on penalties, we put a performance. But instead, we struggled, man. We shied away, and yeah, I don't know what step I'm in. I don't know. Probably the second D, depression, man. It's I can't believe what I just watched. And I think it's tough for me, especially because I live near Southampton. I have work colleagues who are Southampton fans. I got friends who are Southampton fans. And I feel like every time we play them, I gotta take those L's, bro. And there's no reason why a team that's worth 1 point whatever billion should. There's no reason why we should be losing to Southampton. And I know if people are making excuses, oh, Southampton are a bogey team. They are in the championship. They are 7th in the championship, not 7th in the Prem, not 7th in La Liga, 7th in the championship. They're not even in the Premier League. They're the 27th place team in England, and all we could muster was 1 goal. A 16-year-old looked like our best player. Bro, I'm tired of coming on here and saying the same thing. Like, I'm tired of coming on here and just wondering where we go from here. And I got people telling me in the group chat, "Oh, it's okay. We We still in for the double. We're still in. We're still in the league in the Prem. We're still in the Champions League, bro. We couldn't beat Southampton. You think we're gonna beat City again? You think that we're gonna beat Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid? People are now nervous for Sporting Lisbon, and it's not like Sporting Lisbon haven't beaten us before. They've knocked us out of the Champions League on penalties. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we still walk away with nothing. And in year 6, 1.3 billion spent. We shouldn't be feeling this way. I shouldn't be feeling like this is the beginning of the crumble. I shouldn't be feeling that way. But here we are again. Here we are again out of 2 competitions in the space of 3 weeks. We didn't show up against City, and we can only muster 1 goal against Southampton. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. And I just bought a new kit. Not a new Arsenal kit, but I bought an Arsenal shirt, a retro Arsenal shirt, because I was gassed. I'm like, it's the FA Cup. Let me get something. It's on sale. It's nice. I think it'll look nice on the wall, or I think it'll look nice on me. And here I go. I spend my money, bro. And look at me. Look at me now. I'm embarrassed again, bro. This team continued to embarrass me. They continue to let me down. And I'm going to go through the players. But before that, I just have to get things off my chest, bro. I don't want to melt down. I don't want to lose my head. But I'm embarrassed, bro. I'm embarrassed as a fan. When a team in the championship has put forth a better performance than the top place team in the league, there's no excuse for that. And people can say, oh, rotation is not a normal team. Norgard played for Brentford. Ben White was the starter for Brighton. You know what I'm saying? Like, Zubamendi played in La Liga. Gabriel Jesus won the title with City. Kai Havertz won the Champions League. These aren't scrubs. These aren't just random people. These guys are good enough to beat Southampton. Bro, their best player right now is Kyle Lauren. And I messed up his name in the pre-thing. He's from Canada. We talking about a championship player, bro. Embarrassing our top Kepa. I'm going to get into the players, bro. But there's some players that I just don't want to see anymore. Like, after this season, bro, I don't care how good they've been to the club. I don't care how warm and fuzzy they make us feel, bro. They need to go. They need to go. They need to be on the first plane, train, automobile out of London. I don't want to see them anymore. I won't even give them to Crystal Palace and Fulham. I want them to leave London. Go somewhere else. Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, the French League, Spain. Do not come back here. I don't want to see you in the league, bro. Because it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed right now as an Arsenal fan. I really am. I'm super embarrassed as an Arsenal fan because I can't believe that 2 games in a row, this team that everybody was telling me in January, oh guys, we got the best team in the league. It feels good. Bro, nah, I can't anymore, bro. I can't sit here and defend it. Big up to my wife. Fire sale, because what was it? Bro, it was shambolic. It was I want to get rid of so many. We're gonna go through the players. Big up AFC always. Sack him tonight. We ain't winning nothing. And this is what I said, bro. I feel like this is the beginning of the end, and I don't want to feel that way. 1.3 billion spent, 6 years in charge. I shouldn't feel that we've lost 2 cups and that we're not winning anything. I shouldn't feel that way, because I'm pretty sure that Man City fans last season, when they didn't win anything, they were like, it's, they weren't, oh, it's okay, guys, it's fine. They're like, you know what? We had an off season. We'll win something again. Oh, we're having an off season. Win the Carabao Cup. Don't worry, it's Arsenal. We'll get the win. And they did. They've got the confidence. We've been knocked out of 2 cups. And we still have to play them. I don't think people are realizing that mentality means something. You can be the most talented player in the world, but if the mental isn't here, you're not going to be great, bro. Look at basketball. And I always go back to other sports because we've seen it. Some of the biggest flops in sports. In American football, Jamarcus Russell, he had all of the intangibles to be a great player. He didn't have it up here. The Miami Heat, Michael Beasley, he had all of the intangibles to be a great. He didn't have it up here. This team has everything that it takes to be great. They don't have it up here. And why is that? Why do we always fade? Why do we always lose in the big moments? There's one constant, guys. And I know that people don't want to hear it. I know that people don't want to acknowledge it. If you're going 6 years without winning anything, you've changed the team. You've gotten different players in. You've gotten rid of players, brought players in. You still can't win. There's one thing that's wrong. There's one constant. It's time for a new voice. And I keep saying this, and people think that I'm crazy. Oh, we're still in every competition. But guess what? Even if we win the league, do you guys think that we will go forth and win more? No, because he hasn't shown us. We watch some of the great managers not win the league, but they win other stuff. We can't even win the FA Cup. We didn't even make it to the semifinal of the FA Cup. We lost to Southampton. And people are thinking that we're going to make it to the semifinal of Champions League, to the final of the bro, stop it. 2 weeks, we have lost the Carabao Cup final, got knocked out the quarterfinals of the FA. Yeah, bro. Yeah, but it's okay. It's all right. Everybody, it's okay. We're still going to do the double. It's the same copium we've been hearing for the last 5 years. Oh, we've been knocked out. Oh, it's okay. We got bigger competitions. Oh, we've been knocked out of this competition. It's okay. We got bigger competitions. And then at the end of the season, in May and June, I'm sitting there with nothing but an Arsenal jersey because we ain't won nothing. We ain't winning nothing. Bro, get your head around it. Big up AJ. Arteta's now 1 trophy for a possible 24. Sack him. They're not going to sack him. And I get not sacking him. But I would just, if I was in charge of this football club, I would go in the room now and say, okay, we're still in 2 competitions, but we keep losing easy. We lost to a championship team. We lost to a team that's 7th in the championship. We lost to Manchester City, who we paid $1.3 billion to get better than. If I'm the brass, I'm saying, you know what? Regardless of what happens at the end of the season, even if he wins, we're not renewing your contract. So you might get another year. And if we don't win anything, you leaving. That's it. I wouldn't renew anything. If I'm management and they renew this guy's contract, then we know what kind of owners we have. We know what kind of team we are. And you might as well just get used to getting dumped out of everything. Because the league won't be easy next season. Big up. Each week it seems like something gets snatched away. Even as a passive follower, this is frustrating. Yeah, bro. You watch in the background. And you hear how frustrated I am, bro. It's the same thing every 6 years. I've been in this country since 2018. I have yet to see Arsenal in their trophy parade. I've seen Portsmouth in the trophy parade before I've seen Arsenal in one. But everyone keeps telling me how great it is to finish second. No heart, no passion, no fight, no nothing. I got more passion on the stream. Big up Gunner Galactico. Hopefully Bertha convinces the board to fire him. I think at the end of the season, it's time, bro. It's time for them to dip out. You want the league sack him tonight, otherwise it's done. But we AJ, you know what type of owners we have. You're not gonna sack him. They're just gonna stick with him. And at the end of the season, you're not getting much. Big up Shane and views for the raid. I appreciate it. If you're new here, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I appreciate it. I'm just incensed on the fact that I'm going through DABDA, right? Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I haven't yet gotten to acceptance. I don't want to accept it. So now I'm in the anger phase, I think. I keep going back and forth. But, bro, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with the fact that we had an opportunity. In 2 weeks, we had an opportunity for a trophy, an opportunity to get to a semifinal, and we didn't show up both times. And I still have fans telling me, oh, guys, the double is on. The double? You think we beating Barcelona? You think we beating Real Madrid? Nah, bro. We ain't beating none of them. And I'd be surprised we don't beat Sporting, bro. We've lost to them before. And the thing is with me, it seems like every time there's a big match, I'm away. I was in Copenhagen crying my eyes out because we lost a match we definitely should have won. So yeah, bro, I'm tired of going abroad. I'm tired of going to. That's why I don't go to the pub. I was offered tickets tonight. As I said, I have friends who are Saints fans, and they offered me tickets. And I said, I will not go because I already knew that it was either going to be stanky football or they were going to get a result. And look at us now. Imagine if I had paid my 50 quid, wasted my petrol, which is already high because of what's going on in the world. I'd have gone down to Southampton, had to sit in the home end because that's where the tickets are, and had to watch everyone around me celebrate. Bro, I would have exploded in St. Mary's. They'd had to get bits of me. I think I would have spontaneously combusted if I had to sit in the home end and deal with that. I can't do it. So, nah. You say, with Gabriel Magalhaes not injured, that's 145 different. Yeah, bro. No rotation. And then you see Norgard looking like baby on ice because he's not used to being out there by himself. The man ain't used to playing. I mean, he finally got 90 minutes. I mean, not in the Prem, but he finally got, enough time to play. That's crazy. Big up, Fraley. Thank you for the raid again. We're getting smoked like a cigarette by Sporting. Sean Kelly and Views in your raid. Big up, Wahaha. Big up, Vigilante. Fraley. I'm sick of this BS. Kalina, big up. Thank you. Shane Raid. Thank for all the raiders for coming by as well. Everyone smash like and subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate it. Big up, Hendo. Big up, Shepo as well, if I didn't say it. Good yeah. And Hendo, you did tell me. And you know what? I sat up here. I was gassed. I was excited. And the dopamine ran off, bro. I'm disgusted. I don't. There's no words to explain how I'm feeling right now. It's a shambles. Yes, it is, Bradley. Yes, it is. Your season is crumbling, I'm afraid. My team season is already crumbled. We have both been dog walked by man. Jimbo, who's your team? Yeah. Sorry, did I hear that Madueke played? Yes, the one that walked out of an international game on. Bro, he might as well have not played. And I'm gonna go through the lineup in a minute, bro, because I feel like we have to talk about the players. I'm getting the community. I'm going through the dab joint right now to just try to calm down. And I thought that postponing this and talking to the group chat, well, I'm fuming right now, bro. And I didn't want to come on stream and just be out of my mind, but I'm disappointed, bro. Like, I'm like the parent where you just get past angry and you just know that you're just disappointed. That's how I feel right now. And the sad thing is, I have to go to work I have to go into work next week. I got Portsmouth fans. I got Southampton fans. The Portsmouth fans will be taking the mick out of me because we let their rivals win. the Southampton fans will be taking the mick out of me because we lost to them. Every other fan will probably be taking the mick because we're bottling another trophy. And yeah, bro, I can't escape it living in England. Like when I lived in America, bro, I just get on with my life. Like you'd be like, dang, it sucks. I'd be angry. I take a drink, and I don't see anybody who knows even about Arsenal in my neighborhood. It's fine. I'm okay with that. We're spaced out. But no, I can't escape it here. I have to walk outside, and I'm in my Arsenal. Like, bro, I'm in my Arsenal stuff. I wear my Arsenal jacket to work every day. Like I do. That's how much I love this club. So it's not like, and I'm very noticeable, right? Big black guy with dreads, very noticeable, right? So it's not like people don't know that I'm an Arsenal fan. They know this by now. So now I'm getting it from the bus drivers, from the wait staff at the coffee house, like at work, bro. I'm getting it everywhere, and I can't run from it. I can't run from it. And every year, I think it's gonna be different. And every May and June, I'm on holiday, taking L's, bro, taking L's. Big up Andy Kershaw. Thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here and you like it, hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the share, do what you need to. Welcome to the community, and become the Altieros, man. That's it. Farteta is from Spain without that, bro. From Painville, bro. From Pain, it hurts, and I think that, Freda, I think that's what it is, man. I'm just hurting, and I know all of the Arsenal fans are hurting because we want to win. Like, it's not about an Arteta in, it's not about an Arteta out. For me, it's about Arsenal winning, right? And I've been adamant. I've given him credit for the things that he's done. But the credits run out, bro. We're in year 6, right? Yes, you changed our fortunes. Yes, you brought us back from a high wage bill with medium players. But guess what? Now we're back at a high wage bill. And now our players aren't performing. So we're back to where you allegedly brought us back from. So now we need to see some trophies. Now we need to see some progression. And if we don't see that, then we're just basically falling back into the same thing. We're falling back into the same habit. And insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Big up the Phoenix Alpha. Southampton played like a team coached by Wenger compared to Arsenal team managed by Arteta. Literally, yeah, bro. Southampton played well. And they've been informed. Bro, you know what's crazy as well? Southampton are playing to get into the championship playoff. They're 7th in the championship. They're going to play Wrexham to try to get into the championship playoff. They played like they were going for the quad or the treble or whatever. And we played like we were in the championship. Like just put our players out there and hope for the best. Like, it's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating as a fan. Gooner Rican TV. Honestly, watch Arsenal women. Trust me, for the club. I've watched them. And this is the thing. This is the thing, AJ, right? So, when it comes to international, I got the Puerto Rico kit. I'm Puerto Rico. It's kind of hard because we don't really win anything. Or the under-17s are going to the World Cup. Thank you. But like you can't really watch Puerto Rico because we're usually not really in competitions. So the England ladies, because the England men have the same problem, can't get over the line. The England ladies, they always make me happy, right? They always give me some joy. I watched the Euros. I was overjoyed. England was happy. It was a great opportunity. And the Arsenal ladies, when these dudes let me down, I watched the Arsenal ladies, and they won the Champions League. And it brought something beautiful to me, seeing Arsenal win something. And now here we are, and we're still doing the same thing. The men are just crumbling. And what phase is Renee Slegers in? Because they got rid of the old manager. And this is the thing. How can the Arsenal women get rid of a manager who isn't progressing and then get a new manager in who is, but we're still sticking with the guy who's got 1 trophy and 24 times? Can someone answer that for me? No? Okay. Huge congratulations on 451 subs. Hey, thank you. I don't have sound bites like views in them, but yeah, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And thank you for liking and subscribing, everyone who has. Arsenal is worse as bringing us, bro. The trophies that I seen was the FA Cup. That was Arsene Wenger, bro. And at least people will talk about Arsene Wenger, and yes, there was a point where we weren't competing. We were going for top 4. We weren't going for the title. But I remember beautiful football. I remember Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil, even that Donkey Giroux up top. Aaron Ramsey, half of Jack Wilshere, Santi Cazorla. Like, I remember those guys. I remember moments where I felt happy. Bro, the last year, and I've been to 2 matches. And I have not been. I was happy the second one because Max Diamond saved the day. But the first one, we lost to Man United, bro. And it just took everything out of me. Like, because we're not even seeing great football. And that's why I won't go. That's why I don't want to go in person anymore. Because I don't want to spend my hard-earned money to watch this backwards, sideways football and this pragmatic, I'm so scared to lose the league football. I don't want to watch it. So, yeah. 18 likes, thank you. Fairly facts. Big up, Rodney. Arteta when it comes to cup games and split. Yeah, the dude's playing for a draw, and you can't draw a cup game. So I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what you're playing for, what you're doing. It's mad annoying, bro. That's for AJ going to the Leon game. I was at the Chambers Cup, Rican. Yeah, bro. The women's game brings me so much more joy than the men's game. Like, and that's the thing, and I'll be honest, bro. If I have to keep watching this, if we stick with this guy and we extend his contract and we got to keep watching this football, I might just switch to the ladies, bro. I can't keep doing it to myself. Going on, bro. Like I said, I go out into the world, right? I go on tour. I always, like, when I go and I do my holidays, my wife always knows that I'm packing the Arsenal gear, bro. It might be a 4-day holiday. I'm bringing 6 jerseys. I'm going to be out in the Arsenal kit, right? And it's just because I love the club, bro. And I know you guys love the club as well, right? But it's so embarrassing to go out in town. And I'm getting pelted from Portsmouth fans. They was in League One last season. And they can say they have a trophy. They won a league. I can't say that. As for Fraley, I had to get a ticket. I was at that game and I for extra time. If Renee Slegers wins nothing else this season, should be 2 trophies from Impossible 9. She already won the season. Yeah, we won the Feel Good trophy, though. Hey, did you guys go to the trophy parade in January, the top of every table trophy parade? It was great, wasn't it? I missed it. I missed the top of the table trophy parade. We were through to every competition, top of the Champions League, top of the league. I missed the parade. But I hope that it's keeping everybody warm getting dunked out of 2 cups in 2 weeks. Difference with the women's game, they keep going and attacking. They look so much better, bro. Renee Schlagers, 2 major trophies, 16 months. Ricardo Arteta, 1 major trophy, 6.5. Yeah, bro. Yeah. The less said, the better. Imagine we had Hansi Flick, Lewis and Rick, and Zagi, but no Arteta. Top Gooners have every excuse in the book. Bro, and that's the thing, right? That's the thing that I always mention. We ran one of the greatest managers of our history out of this club because he wasn't winning the league. Yet I hear these same fans that said Wenger out are now saying, bro, oh, it's okay. Arteta's doing his best job. Best job of what? Not winning anything? At least Arsene Wenger knew, like, I'm not winning the league, I'll pick up a cup or 2. Nothing? Nah, nothing. Nothing for nearly 6 years. Not a single trophy. But hey, guys, it feels great. And there's always the hope that we'll win the league. Yeah, the hope keeps me warm at night, I guess. The women were 108 unbeaten in a row. Yeah, we wouldn't even make 20, I think. I was in Boston for the women's UCL final last year. How was it, Freddie? Was it great? I was the only one celebrating. Yeah, but and that's the thing. Barcelona are one of the best teams in women's football. And you think that we're going to beat Barcelona in men's football? You think we're going to beat PSG or Bayern? I don't even think we'll beat Real Madrid playing the way we play, bro. We can buy Luis Enrique and Hansi Flick if we pay the money, so do it. I heard that Luis Enrique probably did he extend his contract? I think he extended his contract. I take Inzaghi. I take Simeone. I'll take Simeone purely for the fact that I think he would toughen some of these dudes up. We soft, bro. We butter soft. Some like we try to run and then we feel a little touch and then flop over. Like the rest are just like, bro, I'm not calling that. That's goofy, right? Wait till we get into the ratings, bro. I went to the women's one, bridesmaid cup. Sorry, yeah, that's us, man. Hey, man, 3 in a row, second. We feel great. That was a good parade. Yep, Fraley. I missed it, man. I missed the top in January joint. Gooner Rican, there's a problem with the management system. All of our attackers struggling, especially our striker that scored 100 plus goals in back-to-back season. That doesn't matter. Rodney, can you name one attacking player that this manager has made great? That this manager has made work. He's taken a guy who we were calling world class and turned him into the goofiest player I've ever seen. And I can't believe Martinelli's this bad. I think what it is, right? And I said, if you guys are new here, right, I coached American football, right? So I'm not on Mikel Arteta's level, but there are points, right? I was an offensive coordinator. There are points where you have players who aren't the smartest up here, but they're just electric. They're athletic. They can do everything that you ask them to do. And you know what you do to those players? You say, you know what? You do this thing very well, and I'll put you in a position to be better at it. We don't do that, bro. We don't do that. We're trying to make – there was a point where you watch Martinelli, and the guy's in midfield winning the ball back. And we're wondering why these players look so confused. Why when we go on to counter, nobody – bro, I watched 2 players run into each other. I think, what was it? Was it Martinelli and it's Lewis Skelly and Norgard, I think, ran into each other. Because they don't know what they're doing, bro. And that comes from the manager. But we can't talk about that guy. He's manager of the month. Mikel Arteta's manager of the month, guy. Warm and fuzzies. Fraley said hopium. I didn't see that. Those same fans ran Emery approving European manager out of your club as well. Did not even give him time. So, Jimbo, this is my thing about Unai Emery, right? As you guys may know, you might not know if you're new here. I lived near Sevilla. I was a Sevilla fan before I'm an Arsenal fan. I call it my first love, and Arsenal's, my true love. I love Sevilla, and I know what Unai Emery is. Unai Emery is a manager that will get you into top 4. He will keep you there, and you'll win the second-tier European Cup. He's done it for Villarreal. He did it for Sevilla, and now he's trying to do it with Aston Villa. He was never going to get us over the line and win all those competitions. He was always meant to be a stopgap. So there's that. The issue is that we never wanted him. We always wanted Arteta. If you guys go back, and the guys who remember when Arsene Wenger was sacked, there was rumors that we wanted Mikel Arteta. But the board felt that it was too early. No, the board didn't feel it was too early. They put those feelers out because this is what the club does. Same thing, how they leaked the kit. That's our kit for next season, everyone. They come out and they say, oh, what do you think about Mikel? And all of the fans were like, we don't want that Coleman. We don't want him. So what they did was they said, okay, we'll get somebody in, but we won't give him any power. Because Unai Emery wasn't the manager, people. He was the head coach, which means he had no say in transfers. He had no say in anything outside of the tactics on the pitch. How can you expect us to turn around if you give a guy who's won 3 Europa Leagues no power? Okay? Or 2 Europa Leagues at that point, right? So we didn't give him any power. We bought players he didn't want because we wanted Fabinho. We got him, Suarez, and not the good Suarez. We got him some scrubs. Then he got us to a European final. We got touched in the European final. Oh, guess what, guys? We got touched in the Carabao Cup. But no, Unai Emery was a terrible manager. All right, so we got touched in the Europa League. He basically puts the team together that helps us win the FA Cup. This manager comes in, bends everyone, and we ain't won anything since. But Unai Emery was a terrible manager. Then he went. He also proceeded to beat this manager in the European Cup. with a team that wasn't as good. Yeah. Alba was good. Then he sold him because Arteta had a strap. Yeah, he sold him because he was too flashy and he showed up late. I've had players that showed up late. Big up Godfrey. Big up Godfrey. I see you in the chat. My bad. I'm slow. But I've had players who I know are just buttholes. But guess what? I know they're talented. So you just kind of say, hey, bro, listen, help me out here. Right? I know you're gonna be late. And as the manager, if I know the guy shows up 30 minutes late, guess what? Hey, you're gonna have to be here 30 minutes early. And when he shows up late, he's on time. Oh my goodness. See how that works. Or you just say, hey man, you the captain. You know, you gotta turn up on time. Come on, you gotta be a good influence. I know you're a great player. I know you're better than this. No, he didn't take him aside. He bent him. He threw him under the bus. Like he throws all of the players he doesn't like under the bus. Ranieri, MLS, Ezra. It's always somebody else's fault. But Kai Havertz did F all, nothing. Martin Odegaard, snot and hair flicks, nothing. But no, MLS wasn't good enough. Ezra wasn't good enough. Come on, bro. Max Dowman, 16-year-old kid, has off day. He wasn't good enough. But no, not Zubimendi, not Odegaard, bro. Stop the crap, bro. I can't do this next season. This man, I don't care if he manages scammed. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Even if he wins the league, I'd like them to say, hey, we're not renewing your contract. You're not getting a contract renewal. Now you can walk, or you can do next season. We ain't giving you another contract. We're gonna find a new manager over this season. You do with that what you will. That's what I would do. You've had enough time, bro. Yeah, you want us to leave. Thanks. But you gone 1 for 24. We can't trust that you can get over the line. You've broken half of our assets. That's like, saying, hey, can you manage our Maseratis and our nice cars? And then you come back and they got scratches all over the joint. Oh, you manage them. They still run, but they got scratches. They're not aesthetically pleasing anymore. And technically half of them can't run. They running on fumes. So, nah, bro. Rodney says, low-key, if Arsene Wenger was given $1 billion span 6 years, he probably won 3 league titles, 4 FA Cups, 1 league, and maybe 1 Champions League. That doesn't sound so... Bro, Arsene Wenger, and this is the thing, Arsene Wenger had a shoestring budget, right? And they say it was because of the stadium. I don't believe it was. I believe it was because of the owners. I believe that the owners didn't want to give him money. And Arsene Wenger, us being top 4 with our tightwad owners for that many times, that it's a credit to how great he was. Now, he let his ego get in front of him at the end. But what Arsene Wenger did with some of just the trash players he had to cope with, yeah, bro. I think with one, bro, Arsene Wenger with this team right now could probably win the league. He'd at least make us look nice to watch. I don't even get happy watching the team, bro. I'd rather go watch non-league down at the local pitches, bro. I can't do it. My head is gone. Mine too, obviously. You can see mine, bro. Diamond showing levels again. That cat can go back where he came from. Listen, I'm going to get into the player ratings in a minute, bro. I promise. Right? I'll do the player ratings in a minute. But yeah. Martinelli pushed the ref late, 2-1 down, then we had a free kick wasted 2 minutes. Yeah. Bozo. Absolute bozo. Missed chance about 3 yards out. But Baku gives me PTSD. Yeah. And this is fact, Rodney. Aubameyang and Nicolas Pepe is the reason Arsenal still at Arsenal. We got rid of 2 game changers that could change the game, and you wonder why Eze is struggling. Well, yeah. Because he's being made to run backwards and forward and pass the ball sideways. I'll try to control everything from top to bottom until Berta came in. Juju, thank you for coming in. So the annual bottle job again. It looks that way. I'm hoping that it's not, but I can't say. Jesus ghosting again. The man ain't had no playing time. And he's trying his best to make second coming a reality, but it's failing. Let me pull up. See if I can pull it up. I had it somewhere. I'm gonna pull up the I thought I had it. Yeah. Let's go through the lineup. I'm going to start with Kepa. Kepa Arrizabalaga should never put on an Arsenal kit again. I don't want sell him. I know we bought him for cheap. Sell him, bro. Pay someone to take him. I don't understand why this guy pretty much single-handedly cost us the Carabao Cup. It's not his, he was he at fault for the goal today? No. But I don't feel like he got close to either one of them. And as Godfrey say, his record in the Cups is abysmal. I don't know if you're talking about Kepa. I don't know if you're talking about Arteta, but the thing is true for both of them. I don't want to see Kepa again. I don't want to see him again. Right? And I am so tired of Chelsea rejects. I don't want to sign another player for Chelsea unless it's Reece James. Just Reece James. I don't even want Cole Palmer. I don't think Cole would do well in here. Reece James probably the only player that we could get because our manager loves defenders. We can help a defender. Attacker, bro. I don't want nobody from Chelsea. I don't want to see another Chelsea player. Chelsea got something dirt on us, bro. They lend us some money or something because the amount of times that we go get Chelsea players, diabolical. I don't want no more. All right. And AJ said, Reece James, no thank you, way too indie. Yeah, but I want the leadership. But yeah. Jimbo said, I want you guys one time. I can't face my best messmate and his son a few bottles out again. Yeah. It's tough. I don't know what to tell you, Jimbo. It's so tough just sitting around and hoping for the best. So yeah. Kepa, he gets a standard 5. No, you know what? Nah, Kepa gets a 3. He gets a 3, bro. He gets a 3. He let in 2 goals. I can't allow it. And I'm still mad about the Carabao Cup, so he gets a 3. Ben White, 1. Ben White, big up, Kwame. Thank you for stopping by. And if anybody's new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We hit 451. So I appreciate it. Ben White, you get a 1. Because that first goal, diabolical. Diabolical. Not only did you misjudge the ball and it falls to the guy, he collects it. And you can turn and at least try to put a leg in. You don't do that. You sit there and you watch him in awe as he scores past your keeper. Ben White, 1. And you should be lucky. I give you a 1 just for going out on the pitch. Diabolical. Diabolical. Mascara, 5. He had some moments where Mascara actually had some moments where he saved us. His speed and just winning the ball, he helped us in some moments. And to be, I feel like Mascara is young. He's still learning. He gets a 5. Gabriel also gets a 5. He did the running around. I mean, that's what Gabby does, man. He tried his best to kind of help us, but I get a whole defensive 4, actually. I give him a 4 because we let in 2 goals. Except for Ben White, he gets a 1. He gets a 1 just for showing up. Mascara hostile pass almost led to another goal. Was it Mascara who passed it back to Kepa? This is the thing though, Godfrey, right? Mascara's still young and he's gonna be rash. I put Mascara in the same kind of bucket that I put Gabriel in the beginning. You remember how Gabriel was very rash, and sometimes he would have bozo moments. but his his pace and things will get him out of it. That's how I feel Mascara is, and I think the longer that he works with Gabriel, the better he'll become. So I'll give him a 4. I don't want to slide the young guys. Gabriel, I'll give a 4. Lewis Skelly for me, every time he takes a step into midfield, he looks like he can create something. Every time he's put at left back, he looks diabolical. I'm gonna give him the standard 4. No one's getting good ratings tonight, guys. No one, except for Max Dowman. I'm giving Max Dowman a good rating, but other than that, nah. Norgard, I feel bad for him. I'll give him a 5. I feel bad for Norgard because he was asked to be a single pivot. He's asked to be the lone 6, and he was overrun a couple of times. Because Kai Havertz, and I'll get on Kai Havertz in a minute, invisible. You got Kai Havertz next to you in midfield, you might as well have me in midfield. You're not getting much. It's not going to look great. It's diabolical. So, yeah, I'll give him a 5. I think Norgard did as well as he could have. But the midfield was getting sliced like Swiss cheese because you've got Kai Havertz trying to be a support striker. You got Odegaard drifting out to the right like he's a winger. And then you just got Norgard by himself. And it's almost like he's being put out there. It's almost like he's being put out there to fail. To take the brunt of the fact why he was, sliced through like Swiss cheese, because our midfielders that's supposed to be helping you, bro, they've gone gallivanting and not actually putting the ball in the box to be crossed, not actually taking shots, just kind of passing the ball and doing little kicks and flicks and not doing anything and leaving you to look like the donkey. So actually, no guard, I give you a 6 because I feel like you did as well as you could have, being set up for failure. So Odegaard, Odegaard. Let's take a little break to read some comments because I need a minute before I go in on Odegaard. Big up, Kwame. Thank you for stopping by. Godfrey, watch this manager sign Enzo if he had. Bro, if we sign Enzo, if we sign Kukuret, bro, I'm through. I'm through. I can't. I don't want to see any more Chelsea rejects. The moment we lose to Bournemouth City, win the league. Yeah, I hope we don't, but it ain't looking great. White missed time to jump. He had bare time. Bro, exactly. And that's another thing, right? It's another problem I have. Do we not practice our depth, like seeing how far a ball is? Kepa has the same issue. Like, you can see that the ball is coming, and then he jumps early. Like, he doesn't have, like, depth perception. Like, he doesn't know how far the ball actually is. It's crazy. And it's the same thing with Ben White. Like, bro, he was never getting that. Like, did you think that you had grown extra hamstrings? Like, what was going on here? No. Forget about the Premier League title. Our season is over. There's still a bit of dopamine in me that says, you know what? We still have the opportunity to win something. It's just hoping at this point. There's no rationality behind it. It's just hoping that I don't have to go into work and be embarrassed. That's pretty much what it is. Ben White, what was he doing outside Southampton? He wasn't doing nothing. Jumping and misjudging the ball. Mascara hospital pass almost. He's young. He'll get over it, I think. This title's Arteta's to lose. I wouldn't hold my breath. He'd probably pass out. Skelly needs minutes in midfield. He was shocking at left because he's not a left back. It's the same thing we saw with TP5, right? Putting him at right back. The guy's not a right back. Why is it that you keep having? Are there no left backs in the academy? Are there no under 21 left backs that can get an opportunity to do something? Why do we have to keep persisting with our midfielders and center backs and left back? I don't get it. With Odegaard and that bum Havertz run, yeah, it was always going to be long for Norgard. Kwame says Kappa 4, White 1, Mascara 4, Gabriel 4, MLS 3, Norgard 5, Odegaard 2, Harris 3, Dauman 8, Martinelli 4, Jesus 3. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, Kwame. And I'll bring that back up in a minute. But yeah, and now I'm getting you. I don't know if you guys can hear. My phone keeps vibrating because I got Man United fans just taking the mic, bro, and I'm just ignoring them. This is my therapy, right? He stopped some dangerous opportunity. Yeah, Norgard, he did, and I think that with him being on an island and being left out there to die, then I think he did as well as he could have. But it was all shambolic. Good luck with the rest of the show. I happen to be a Liverpool fan with fine content engagement. Keep the work, good work. Thank you, Jimbo. I appreciate it. And Liverpool, I got massive respect for Liverpool. I know that Slot's going to be gone because you guys are a big club. You will tell Slot that he wasn't good enough. He didn't win the league. He barely got you top 4. Worst title defense. And you'll get a new manager in. Not these guys. We'll just say we're happy for getting second. We'll get all warm and fuzzy. North London forever. And hope for the best. Shambolic. Godfrey, all we have is the league. Whatever happens in the UCL happens. I'm done. They better deliver this year. I'm with you, Godfrey. 100%. I'm with you. That's how I'm feeling right now. 100%. I want the league. Now let's get back into the player ratings. Martin Odegaard, 3. He gets a 3 from me. Now, first half, I thought Martin Odegaard was looking better. First half, I'm like, you know what? We're passing the ball forward. He took a couple shots. They was a little bit tame, but I'm like, you're coming back from injury. And then as the game went on, we just reverted back to tight. Sideways, holding on. It's like, bro, you are the captain. You are the guy. You shouldn't be getting subbed off, fam. You're the captain. You're the guy that's supposed to take us over the line. What's going on here? But and I'm pretty sure I heard a stat that this guy's the most subbed off captain in the league. I want Martin Odegaard to do well. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I got his kit. I followed him when he was a youngster at Real Madrid and he was going to heaven. Like, I thought he would be the missing piece. And you know what? I think as well, with a better manager, I think we see a better Odegaard. With an Odegaard that doesn't have to lead the press and run his socks off, I think we see a better Odegaard. But under this manager, we're going to see Ghost-Odegaard, no Shoulder-Guard, Snot-Odegaard. That's what we get. 3, bro. 3. Kai, Shy, Donkey Havertz. -1. -1. Big up, Godfrey. Got to get up. Got to wake up early. Smash the lights. I know it's Easter. I'm not going to stay on too much longer because, I got to get started on the Easter preparations as well. But my head's gone. Thank you for stopping. Gakaret 7, and I'm out. Yeah, he's the only one I'm going to rate on the subs because I can't even bother going through the rest of them. I'm just going to talk about the last 3. I'm going to talk about Gakaresh, and then we're going to get into our comments, and I'll be out. I'm going to skip Max Dowman because he's my man of the match. Martinelli, 1. He gets a 1 from me. Gabriel Martinelli. This is what I'm talking about. Every time this man has an opportunity to show us that he can be the left winger that we need, he looks worse. Southampton, bro. Southampton. Martinelli was awful, bro. Awful. There were times where I thought he was actually, some of his shots, I'm like, bro, pass the ball, do something. He's all over the place, but he's all over the place, not like Messi making things happen. He's more like a chicken with his head cut off, wondering which way to go. 1. Gabriel Jesus, 2. For lacing his boots coming out there. He ain't do much either. I thought that with Gabriel Jesus, we'd run a little bit more. We'd have a little bit. 2. I can't be bothered, bro. Our attack is shambolic. They weren't great. They're not going to be great. we all look disheveled. And my man of the match gets an 8. Max Dowman, the kid's 16, and every time he comes out, he shows the old heads how you should play football. Does he lose the ball? Yes. Sometimes does he try things and they don't come off? Yes. But at least he's trying. At least he's trying to make something happen. At least he's trying to ensure that we don't embarrass ourselves. Not much can be said about the rest. Embarrassing. Big up, Godfrey. Thank you for stopping by. The last person I'm gonna rate, I'll talk about him. Calafiore, 5. I don't remember him doing anything. Zubamendi, 5. Don't remember him doing anything. Madueke, 4. Came in, ran the ball out of play as usual. He runs very fast. He doesn't do much. Victor Gyökeres, 7. As Godfrey says, because he came in and scored a goal. He does what he's supposed to do. He's one of those players where if he gets into a good position, he can get the goal scoring goal. But again, he doesn't get much service because our system isn't really tailor-made to make our strikers in good positions. It's made to make our wingers look great. And when our wingers suck like they have been, then our striker looks like he's a donkey. And that's what Victor Gyökeres looks like most of the time. And it's sad because as it was said in the chat earlier, the guy scored 100 goals in his last competition. And now he is, in our team. And he looks worse than Drew. And he looks like the Swedish Lukaku. So I don't think that's on him. I think that's on the manager being a goofball. Big up, Jack. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, bro. This is good. This has been good for me. Thank you for everyone who stopped by, who liked, shared, subscribed. This is therapy. This is me going through DABDA. I've gone through some of the steps. I'm in the acceptance stage of the fact that we're out of another cup. I've worked past the anger and the depression because I've got such a good community. I got a good group of community who come in and talk to me. And if you're new, if you just stopped by, thank you for liking, staying, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate it. I'll get into some of your comments. I have a chat for about 10, 15 more minutes, and then I'm going to go to sleep and get ready to get up and prepare my my Easter meal. I'm making arroz con gandules. If you guys know about the gandules, I got the peas, bro. You gotta soak them bad boys till the cows come home. If you're gonna make them from the freeze dry pack. So I might see if I can I might be lazy and see if I can get them in the can. Because they might be a little bit softer. But yeah, gandula is hardest joint. So gotta make sure they all soaked and stuff. But big up, Jack. Without Saka and Rice, we can't even take corner, bro. We've gotten to the point where our set pieces don't even look good anymore. Like I was begging for own goals. I'm begging for penalty kick. I'm begging for anything because I don't think that we can score goals unless calamity happens. I don't understand why when Southampton went up, we still look like we were up 2-3 goals. I don't get it. It can't compute with me. And this is the thing, right? And I hate being right about these things. I hate bringing these things up because it makes me seem like, I'm negative and I don't want the club to win. But I said this 2-3 months ago. This isn't sustainable. We're winning via set piece. We're winning, with lucky goals, own goals, penalties. This is how we win. This is not sustainable. And guess what? We're seeing it. When we didn't get any good corners or penalties to go our way against City, we lost. We didn't even score a goal. We didn't get any set pieces and corners to go our way today. We got a goal, but we still lost. So when the set pieces, when they dry up, what else do we have? Our attack doesn't look like they know what they're doing. Our midfield balance is off. If Rice ain't in there, If Zubamendi ain't in, and even when they are in there, they look off. But if them two ain't in there, bro, look at our midfield, bro. Southampton, 7th in the championship, slicing through us like butter. I'm fuming, bro. Silly. Yes, we are. We're clowns. We're the clown show. We're the Arsenal clown show. Jack said, I need to check out the kit show. Thanks for doing that, by the way. It was part 1, Jack. So it was just the modern legends that I did. As I said, I got so many. The next one I'm going to do is some of the ops. I do have kits from NFL, NBA, and football. So I did a mixture of all of them, and that's how I'm going to do it. So the next ones I'm going to do are going to be some of the op players. Yeah, if you want to stop by for that. I don't know when I'm going to do the next kit show, but, keep your notifications on. I'll probably get around to it. With Arsenal, it becomes mentally taxing. And I like the kit shows because the kit shows and the Waffle House allow me to talk about other things that's not Arsenal. We could talk about other sports. We could talk about what's going on in the world and how people feel. And that's what I like about that. The Arsenal thing is stressful, bro. It's stressful. And this is why I don't do watch-alongs. I've been asked to do watch-alongs. I've been asked to stop by. I can't, bro, because I lose my head. And I try to not curse on stream. I try not to get too, because, I now know that kids watch this, right? Some of my friends say their kids watch this. And I try not to curse. I try not to get out of character because this is a community show. This is for everybody. I want my show to be for everyone. And I just know that if I did a watch along, there is a watch along I did with BBK once. I let out some F-bombs, and I don't like that for me. And this club bring out the worst of me. And I want to be a nice community show where people can come out and have a talk and talk about their experiences, because that's what I like. So yeah, that's why I don't do watch alongs, because head blown. The Blooms played better than our midfield. As I said, man, Norgard is the only one that should sit there in the midfield with his head held up high, because he got left on the island. He saved us a couple goals. He ran his socks off. And in the end, he ain't got nothing to show for it. He'll probably be relegated back to the bench because Zubamendi came on. Oh, Zubamendi is going to come on and score us a goal. No, he's not. So kit shows are distracting stuff that's fun. Yeah, and that's why I like them. Kit shows is something, usually I even put 2 new kits in and we talk about. I can't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered today, bro. Like, I was so dejected after today's match. Southampton, bro. Southampton. I don't mind losing. And I told you guys this before. I don't mind losing matches. I don't care if Arsenal lose. If we go out there and we make an account of ourselves, we put in a performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we go out there and give 100% and lose, that happens. That's sports. I've done it. I've coached great games that I thought, like, man, this game plan is perfect. And we lost those games. We've lost. And I had to sit there and I'm like, my players gave everything. So, the defense, which I don't cover, they let in a touchdown. We just couldn't keep scoring. Those happen. You've gotten the tactics right and you scored a couple goals. And sometimes just that last goal goes in. You have those. But we're not even doing that. We didn't show up against Southampton and Man City. And people think we're going to show up against Sporting Lisbon, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. Even if we get Liverpool, do I think that we're going to show up against Liverpool in a Champions League final if they make it? No. We couldn't show up in the Premier League twice. Couldn't score a goal. Everyone scored on Liverpool. We couldn't score on Liverpool. So, am I confident? Like, my confidence in us winning the league only comes because I find it hard to believe, and it would break my heart if we went 4 years having 4 opportunities to win the league and we didn't win it. it would break me, bro. And I would feel, if you guys know about American football, I'd feel how Buffalo Bills fans making it to the Super Bowl 4 times and not winning. The difference between Buffalo Bills fans and Arsenal is Buffalo Bills, you can only win the Super Bowl. There's no consolation trophies. There's no FA Cups. There's no, there's no mini league trophies that you can win. There's only the Super Bowl. If you don't win that, that's it for the year. 6 months that you have to wait knowing that you didn't win. Arsenal don't have that. Arsenal have an opportunity to win 4 trophies a year. And for 6 years, we ain't won one. That's what hurts. Knowing that not only did we not win the Prem, we ain't won a trophy. We ain't even won the consolation trophy. Jack said I snapped at someone who was interrupting me watching the game. Arsenal is stressful. They are. I don't snap at my wife because I love that woman to death. But she can tell when I'm annoyed. Like usually, I'm not like a snapper. I just get really quiet because I try to internalize my anger so I don't take it out on anyone. So she knows that when I get super quiet, she'll be like, they're not doing well. I'll be like, yep, they're not. And that's something that she recognizes, that I'm not happy. I was not happy tonight, and I'm still not happy. But I'm trying not to get on here and just shake my camera like. So yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Man City is licking their lips waiting. Bro, Pep has us right where he wants us. You can have all the faith in the world. You can be the tippitiest or toppest Gooner. You cannot deny that Pep's sitting there. He rubbing them hands together. We got you. Because all it takes is us losing against Bournemouth, them winning their game in hand, and then them winning at the Etihad. Now they're 3 points behind. We'll crumble. We did. We've done it before. We crumbled. Jack said we looking like food. Yeah, bro. Yeah, and you know what's crazy, Jack? I could have sworn that we was in the Waffle House or the Ammo Check, whatever it was. We was in this joint, calling them the Bluefish. You know, we was calling them the Blue Dolphins. Look at us now. It's so funny how football changes things. It's funny how we sat here 3 weeks ago. No, let's say a month ago. We sat here before the Carabao Cup and we're saying, bro, Man City, they looking like garbage, bro. They getting dumped out of the Champions League, embarrassing. They losing they're drawing in the league. We're getting a 9-point lead. We sitting here like, bro, the league is ours. Carabao Cup, that's ours. FA Cup, we look like we get to the final. Now, first week of April, we talk about we out of the Carabao Cup. We lost it, embarrassingly. Lost in the final. We out of the FA Cup. We got the Champions League coming up. We're not confident about the Champions League because we got an away leg that we all know we're not going to go in there. We're not going to go to Lisbon and play amazing football. No, we're not. We're going to go stink out the joint. They'll probably get a goal or two. We might lose in Lisbon. And then we'll come home and people will say, oh, we got to give the great performance. And we'll crumble again. And guess what? My friend already asked me, do you want to go to the Lisbon match? I do not. No, I don't now. I don't want to. No, thank you. We definitely were in here talking about Bluefish. No, they're the Blue Sharks. They're the Hammerheads again. Waiting. Dun up. Yeah, like they're Jaws, bro. And we're in the ocean with the floaties, not knowing that we about to get made a mockery of. We were contemplating a couple of titles. The only title it looked like we getting is bottles, man. Bottle jobs. That's what it looked like. I'm trying to be positive, but boy. It's hard. It's super hard. We might get punted out of the EP. Bro, when I think about the competitions that we're in, the only competition that I can think about, and I've said this, and I've said this on stream. I'm pretty sure I said it on a Monday Night Madness on Waffle Don's channel. Everybody talking about the other competitions and winning the doubles. All I could think about, and I said this, was the league. That's it. That's the only thing I can think about. Because it's the only thing I thought that we actually had a chance to win. And right now, and I hate that I look right now. I look 2 out of 3, I'm right. Do I think we'll win the champions? I do not. I think, for me personally, because I went to the PSG match. I was there the first leg of last year's PSG match. I thought that we could have won that tie. I thought we were at home. Wanyeri was on fire. MLS was on fire. If we had put forth a good team and taken it to PSG, won our home leg 2-1 or 1-0, and gone to Paris and played the way we did in Paris, we'd have got through and been in the Champions League final. And we'd have won the Champions League. This season, has anyone seen how Bayern Munich is playing? Does anyone think that Bayern Munich is not going to play better against us than Southampton, than Manchester City, than Liverpool? If your answer is yes, you think Bayern Munich is going to play better, then we're done for. If it's no, then please explain to me why you think that Bayern Munich are not going to play better than Southampton, Liverpool, and Manchester City. That's just Bayern Munich. Barcelona are on fire. Atletico Madrid have beaten Barcelona this season. And the one thing that I think that people aren't realizing is you cannot play Diego Simeone at defensive counterattacking football and hope to come out of that on top. Not how he's playing now. The guy is a master at it. You want a scumbag of victory? Diego Simeone can do that. So we're talking about Barcelona or Atletico Madrid. And then Bayern Munich, PSG, Real Madrid, or Liverpool? Bro, miss me, bro. We ain't winning the Champions League, right? We can get that dream up. The best competition now, the only competition we have that we can actually win is the Prem. We're 9 points ahead. We got, 7 matches to go. We win 5 of those, we're champions. The only problem is one of those happens to be the Etihad. Do you think we're going to win at Etihad? I do not. I think we'll draw. I think we can scumbag a draw. And that might be good enough. But after seeing the last 2 matches, can you be confident we can even do that? Can you be confident that we can win the other matches? I'm tired, bro. And I know Jack, Godfrey, all those guys, I know that you're tired as well. It's so physically exhausting to be an Arsenal fan. Because every time you have a little bit of dopamine, every time you have a little bit of happiness, this club have a way of bringing you right back down to earth. They have a way of turning your smile upside down. It's exhausting, bro. And and like I said, I'm never gonna be one of those people who want my club to lose. You know, this YouTube thing isn't a job for me. It's a hobby. It's something that I do. Big up Lion Tex. Thank you for the raid. But this this YouTube thing is something I do as a hobby. It's not my job. It's not something that I rely on to make me money. I do it because I like it. And I don't want to come on here and sensationalize. I don't want to come on here and throw things around. Because that's just not me, man. It's not how I react to things. And I never want to give people a fake reaction for clicks. Like I said, I'm going through Dabda because I call Don a dopamine. I'm a dopamine gooner. Everybody talks about top gooners, bottom. I'm a dopamine gooner. I let the team take me, right? When we have good times, I'm rolling. Will I sit here and say quadruple? No. I'll joke about it, but will I actually believe? Did I actually believe that we win the quadruple? No. I don't think any sane fan did. There's no sane fan who looked at it and said, "Ooh, we'll win the quadruple." You know what I'm saying? Like there's no one could have done that. But did I think that we would win and make an account of ourselves? I did. I thought that we would actually go forth and not embarrass ourselves. You know, we would go forth and be account. And this is the thing, right? I'm all about show me, don't tell me. And this club has been so good. You got Declan Rice coming out, the manager coming out. Oh, guys, we're not happy. We're so show it. Show it. Stop telling me, oh, you should feel and you should get goosebumps and you should sing North London Forever. No, bro. The fans can't do anything else. We can't do much more. We buy merch, most expensive merch in the league. We buy tickets, most expensive tickets in the league. We buy food from the stadium. We buy beer. You got to buy a package. Peacock. If you're in South Africa or America, you got to buy packages. You can't just watch Arsenal for free. They're not on the local TV. So when people say, oh, the fans got to back, what do you think we're doing? What else can we do as fans? At some point, the players who make over hundreds of thousands of pounds a week have to show up. The manager who's on £15 million a year has to show up. Stop telling fans that we have to. I ain't got to do nothing. But grow old and get out of here when it's my time. So I hate that, bro. Get behind the team. What do you think we're doing? Even on YouTube, what do you think I'm doing? I love this team. These ain't cheap, bro. This shirt definitely ain't cheap. So I'm paying my money to follow and love this club. I got Arsenal out the yin yang. I'm doing kid shows because I have so many. And I don't want to say that makes me a better fan because it doesn't. Excuse me. It doesn't make me a better fan. It doesn't make me more of a fan because I live in England now. I know American fans who know more, who've been fans longer, who got more kids, who love the club more than I do. I love this club. Like I was born in North London, and I wasn't. Couldn't be further from it. But I'm tired of the players and the manager saying, get behind the club. No, bro. Do something. Make me proud. Stop telling me how to be a fan. I got other fans telling me how to be a fan. Do one too. I'll support how I support. I want them to show me something. This season has been a roller coaster, bro. Yeah, my life as an Arsenal fan has been a roller coaster, and I'm pretty sure yours has as well. Thank you, Lion Tats, for the raid. I appreciate it. Everybody who stopped by, like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Jack said you're good at what you do, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's why I do it, for the community. You keep it 100. That's the only way I can be, right? It's the only I can only be authentically myself, right? That's what Puerto Ricans are, bro. I gotta be me, and if people don't like me, that's fine. If people do like me, thank you for liking me, but I'm still gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be a caricature. I don't want to come on here and start throwing stuff around. Why? That's not how I am. Even if I was at the pub, I ain't throwing stuff. I just go in my corner, be upset, and I think about my next move. That's how I've always been. And I stayed on the group chat, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna stay on the group chat for a little bit. I'm going to be calm. And then I come on the chat. And I tried to be as calm as possible, but I lost my head. So it happens. It's the Puerto Rican passion. That's what I blame it on. We played 2 garbage to win a quadruple. My dopamines are never that high. And I call myself rationally delusional. Because as I always say, right? The rational part of me knows that bad habits lead to worse habits. The delusion says that even though we have bad habits, we'll still get over the line. And I always make the kind of like eating bad, right? Let's say I eat hot dogs every day. I eat burgers every day. But I got a high metabolism and I'm skinny. Guess what? My arteries are still getting clogged. My cholesterol is still high. My blood pressure is still high. So even though I can't see it on the outside and I got the 6-pack, on the inside, things ain't going right. So bad habits lead to worse results. So I could be looking like I'm the fittest guy, and I'm eating these burgers, clogging up my arteries. Next thing you know, heart attack out of there. Bad habits. But if I eat healthy and I stay healthy, could it still happen? Yeah. But you lessen your chance of doing that. Set pieces. Backwards football. Are we winning? Yes. But bad habits lead to bad habits, because what happens when those things don't work? Oh, they're not working. And we've been dumped out of 2 cups. It's almost like somebody saw this coming. Except the 15 million pound a year manager, who I guess couldn't see. Man's blind. Yeah. So bad habits lead to worse habits. And we've had some bad habits at this club for a couple months. And people were papering over the cracks because we were still top of this league and still getting through to this round and getting lucky decisions and getting Max Dowman to overturn things. You know, Manchester United at home should have been a wake-up call. It wasn't. Getting destroyed in the final and having Kepa, which I'm glad you said that, Jack. Having Kepa in goal should have told our manager, maybe Kepa needs to be out of the fire line. Thank you so much, Kepa. That's it. Nope, let's put him back in. What did he stop? Because there was a couple that went off the bar. And if they had been a little bit, if Southampton had their shooting boots on, it could have been over a lot earlier. Did he make some saves? Yeah. But it's the bozo ones that cost you. Right? And it's the thing. A goalkeeper can make 52 saves. But if he makes 2 errors, then guess what? He had a terrible day. It's the same in a lot of sports. A pitcher can strike out 20 times. The moment he lets in 2 runs and you lose the game by 2 runs, he had a terrible day. That's sports, guys. Our best player is a 16-year-old who's still doing. Bro, the kid can't even change in the dressing room of adults. He got to change in another dressing room because of safeguarding. He probably got school on Tuesday. And he's playing lights out. And like you said, Jack, Jesus getting 265, Kai Havertz on probably that or more. Madueke, we upped his wages 1,000%. You know, for guys to just run the ball, Martinelli to run the ball out of play. You know, Madueke running the ball out of play. Jesus look like he's running in quicksand. Kai Havertz running around, running into people. Martin Odegaard starting off strong, going sideways and backwards, Snot getting subbed off. Like, I'm tired, bro. I'm gonna end with this. I'm gonna end in a few minutes. I know I said it a few minutes, but I'll try to end so I can just. I'm gonna go drink some water and go to sleep. But Andrea Berta could be the savior of this club if he's allowed the power to make decisions. Right? If Mikel Arteta is working for Andrea Berta, then I think that you can't sit and look at this as a person who's worked with a good manager, a great manager. You can't sit and look at this and think we're doing a good job. Now, people will say, oh, but Diego Simeone hasn't won the league in a while, and he hasn't won the cups in a while. Diego Simeone has probably a sixth of the budget that this manager has. Not only that, Diego Simeone has to compete with the two of the best teams, I would say, in world football. When you look at the best teams in world football historically, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Manchester United. That's just honest truth, right? You could put Liverpool in there, but they went 30 years without winning the title. So we're talking about just powerhouse clubs, right? PSG are too new for me. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, and if you want the Italian clubs, AC and Inter, maybe Juventus. But we're talking about just historic winning everything, right? So you look at those clubs, those big clubs. He's got to compete with those. Atletico Madrid doesn't have the budget Real Madrid has. Doesn't have the budget that Barcelona has. They have no business even competing with Barcelona, Real Madrid. Bro, Atletico Madrid just slapped up Barcelona like it was light work. He's won the league off of them. And he didn't win the league recently. He won the league when we talk about Galacticos, Cristiano Ronaldo, Benzema. Like, the guy won the league against one of the best Barcelona and Real Madrid teams we've ever seen. So, you know, it's crazy to think that him and Arteta are even on the same wavelength. They're not. What Diego Simeone has done with a fraction of the money, and he took those teams to the brink, nah, can't even compare. Odegaard, 29, Gabriel Jesus, 585. Yeah. Yeah. £500,000 a week to be crap. Big up, Gooner Rican. Happy Easter, everyone. Big up to the wife. That also means that it's almost time for me to go because it's midnight here in the UK and it's Easter. But happy Easter, everyone. If you celebrate, I hope that you eat well and have lots of chocolate. And if you go to church, blessings. Oh, wait. When Manchester win in domestic trouble, they would have more trophies than us. Chelsea aren't too far behind either. But, you know, we've been told that Mikel Arteta is legendary. Diego Simeone would transform. Diego Simeone would make us tough and hard to beat. But we'd probably also, and that's saying a lot. We'd probably play more attractive football to watch. Because Diego Simeone, he's not going to play Arsene Wenger ball, but it's not going to be as bad as it is here. But Chelsea are only 2 trophies behind us. Yeah. And Manchester City are not that far away either. Imagine that. You know, Arsene Wenger, we had the Arsene Wenger years fighting with Manchester United as the 3rd biggest club. And in the next 5 years, we could be 4th, 5th biggest club in England. Because we're just going along with the feel-good game and allowing a guy who has no actual experience to lead us. But yeah, he goes and he's doing this, you know, and saying, "Come on, passion, guys." Yeah, I'd have more passion if I saw you winning trophies, bro. Diego Simeone football is a million times better than Arteta. Yeah, and it also wins things. Man City are one trophy behind. Yeah, bro. We're in danger zone. Big up to the good doctor, 1967. We're gonna be lucky to get a trophy this year. It's Premier League or bust, and that's what I said. That's how I'll end the show. I still think that we have an opportunity to win the Premier League. I've been saying that I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be stressful, guys. I think it's going to be very stressful. I think that there's still going to be twists and turns. I mean, we are in April. We still have 2 months until we find out what team we are, but it doesn't feel good, man. Like I said, it doesn't feel good. And I know a lot of you guys are hurting. A lot of you guys are angry. A lot of you guys want a change. And this is what I say, man. Thank you, Mikel Arteta, for everything that you've done up to this point. But I'm getting to the point where even if you win the league, you don't get a contract extension. You don't. Thank you for winning the league after 23 years. You get one more year because that's what you have on your contract. And if you don't win anything, if you don't retain the league or you don't win the Champions League, goodbye. Thank you. Thank you for being at our club. Thank you for getting us over the line. But it's time to go. No extensions. Knowing our club, though, we'll win the league, give them a 3 or 4 year extension, and we'll be dealing with this again in 3 or 4 years. So, we'll see you tomorrow for what I'm going to do. Let's make. We need to eat ourselves out of this problem. Yeah, I got to, man. That's what I'm doing for Easter. I'm just going to eat. And, Puerto Rican food, Boricua food always gets me to a point where I'm cool and I'm chill. The simple question: if Arteta doesn't win this season, would you sack him? That question is very easy. It's very easy. He's gonna bottle it, sadly. Yeah, not surprised. And good said, of course you would. The moment we lost the league to Bournemouth, the league is over. Yeah, man, if we lose to Bournemouth, it's a wrap, man. Put a fork in it, it's done. Our wage bill is too big to play like this, no excuses. Not just the wage bill, Jack, our players are too good to play for this. To play like this. There's no reason we should be there's no reason we should be losing. So my phone's just blown up, bro. Party activities. Big up, hermano. This side is straight up mierda. Yeah, bro. Basura. Basureña, bro. They garbage. And I hate feeling like that, bro. I hate feeling that our team isn't great. I hate feeling that our club isn't going anywhere. I hate feeling that we're not gonna get over the line. And I know a lot of fans feel like this. Maybe I feel differently tomorrow. Maybe, the next time you see me, I'll probably be on doing a match preview for the next match. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be happier. Next time you see me, maybe I'll believe again. But right now, dabbed up, bro. I'm going through sadness. So, yeah, that's how I feel. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Big up everybody who stopped by. Party Tipsies, Jack, as always, AJ the mod. Who else came by? My mouse has died, unfortunately. So now I can't scroll. Yeah, thank you for the raids, Lion Tax, Shane and Views, Godfrey, as always, Jimbo, Kwame, who else came in this joint? Juju, Fraley, Rodney, and everyone who came through in the raid, Andy Kershaw as well, Shepo, Kalina, Wahaha. Yeah, and AFC always. Anybody who came by, if you're still here and you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. We will be back. I do waffle a lot, and it's fine. If you like that, I'm here for the community. It's a small channel. That's what it's here for. Because I like to talk to the community. And I appreciate everyone stopping by to talk to me. My throat is dry, which means I probably waffled too much. Let me see you on the next, bro. I can't even think about the next match. So the next match is Tuesday at 8:00. So usually I do the midweek Mazza on a Tuesday. I'll probably skip it because I'll be back at work then. So it'll probably be late like this again. But then the next one that I do after that match will be directly after that match. And it'll be quick because I do have work in the morning. Working for the hospital. So yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. Monday. You know what? Monday, if you're around Monday, if Monday is good for you, Monday night, I'll still be free. So I might do the second part of the kit collection. I might do the op on Monday just to give us some good feelings. Before. Thank you, Jack, for stopping by. Enjoy your thank you. Appreciate it. Tomorrow, Tuesday is important now. Got to get momentum back. Jack say I'll be around tomorrow. Yeah, Monday I might do the ops kits. There's some diabolical ones in there. So I'm warning you in advance. There are some crazy ones, especially being a Miami fan, an Arsenal fan. There's a few in there. But yeah, I'll be around Monday and see how it's feeling. We'll do the kit show. But yeah, I say this. All I say to you guys: make sure that you guys just have a good rest of your night. You just woosah. I'm gonna go in here and drink some tea, drink some water. But tomorrow's Easter, and it's a time for you to be happy, a time for you to be around your family. Let it go. Let it go for the night. Like I will. I'm just gonna let it go and forget that it happened. And then Tuesday night we'll be back at it. Tuesday night we'll be back cheering on the Arsenal, as I'm sure all of you guys do. You'll be back cheering on the Arsenal. Win, lose, draw, you'll be there. I'll be there. And we'll just have a good time, bro. We'll have a good time. I'll see you guys after. Last comments. AJ says 3-0 Sporting. At least. I hope not. We need a distraction. We'll get one on Monday. I'll be around. And Arsenal can't spoil my evening. They're not qualified to do that. Nah, I get upset and then I go to sleep and I forget about it, bro. My wife keeps me calm. So, yeah, man. Thank you guys for stopping by. And as I always say, I hope that everything you want to happen happens for you. I hope that everything that's not good for you leaves your life. I hope that everything you hope for and you work for, you get. And honestly, I hope that Arsenal don't let me down. I know it's a lot to hope for, but it's what we got. So with that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Have a good night, and happy Easter.